My name is Sarah Hamilton. I work as an investigative journalist for the newspaper Fact and Fancy, always in search of the next big story. Unfortunately, my current research into an illegal phone hacking scandal hit a dead end. That's why my boss, James Billings, sent me to Neuschwanstein. Apparently there's something not right with the refurbishment. Reason enough for me to get into my car and drive there immediately. I should be there by dusk.
Sarah, one of our most important sponsors has reported unusual procedures during the renovation works at Neuschwanstein Castle. I know you are currently working on something else, but I can sense a big story here. Go there straight away and find out what is going on. Good luck, Billings.
Billings sent me to Neuschwanstein. The building is supposedly under reconstruction. But one of Billings' sources reported some very unusual incidents. He wants me to investigate them. Maybe I could interview the castle's castellan about it. I've heard she's something like a local celebrity. Billings sent me to Neuschwanstein. The building is...
A late visitor. What a surprise. You must be Miss Hamilton. Mr. Billings has already announced your arrival. Welcome to Neuschwanstein. My name is Beatrix von Lohen, the Castellan.
It's a pleasure. Can you recommend a local hotel?
A hotel? No, my dear. Let me suggest something else. We have rooms here in the castle which are used by the tour guides from time to time. They are all empty at the moment, thanks to the unattractive but unavoidable renovation work.
Do you mean I can stay here in the castle? That would be fantastic.
Your enthusiasm is so refreshing. But before we all get too excited, I have to call my supervisor and clarify this. Oh, in that makeup drawer over there, you'll find all the information we provide to regular tourists. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in an instant.
June 1868. Workers in the ruins of Burg Hohenschwangau have discovered strange marks during their excavations. We had them shown to us and ordered the whole hill to be temporarily closed. They seem to be indications of a secret society that was broken up a very long time ago.
My dear, I have excellent news. There is nothing standing in the way of your stay in the castle anymore. But unfortunately, the chamber is only free for 1 week. After that, the tour guides will return to the castle.
I don't know how to thank you, and 1 week is sufficient.
I was hoping you might say that. If you wish, you can take a look around outside while your room is being prepared. You might even run into our beloved professor.
A professor?
Haven't you noticed the black monster of a vehicle blocking the view of our magnificent castle's facade? That is the home of Professor Dr. Wolfgang Adler, scientist and historian.
Interesting. And what does the professor do here?
If you ask me, he's wasting his time on fruitless investigations. But it's better if you speak to the good man yourself. He should be back from his dinner over at the pub any time.
I might just do that.
So, my dear, I will retire to my chambers and wish you a pleasant night's rest. Do let me know if there's anything you need. I'll do the best I can if you need anything. After all, we'd like you to write a great story about our castle, wouldn't we?
Well, of course. Thanks again. And good night.
Hey, a new face, and such a pleasant one, if you don't mind me saying so. My name is Wolfgang Adler. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I've already heard of you, Professor. Sarah Hamilton, journalist, on behalf of Fact and Fancy. I'm currently working on a story about the castle. But can a historian discover anything new here?
Fact and Fancy? Somebody from the press. Unfortunately, I'm working on rather mundane topics at the moment. I fear I've locked myself out of my trailer, and I am now a homeless academic. Poor old fellow I am.
Well, as you know, us journalists sometimes have to resort to exceptional and controversial measures. Maybe I should take a look at the door lock. Not like that.
lady, I'm not sure whether I should be appalled or impressed, but where on earth did you learn such abilities? I owe you my gratitude and stand in your debt. Is there anything I can do for you?
Why don't you just tell me about your investigations?
I'd like nothing more than that. I've been devoting myself for months now to possibly the greatest challenge in historical criminology, the death of fairy tale King Ludwig II.
So you're not only a historian, but also a criminologist.
In all modesty, I can claim that I've established a reputation in both disciplines. And this investigation should become the crowning glory of my career. I'm going to solve the mystery of the king.
And as we've just seen, I can probably be of use to you here. Maybe we can solve the mysteries of Neuschwanstein together.
I would appreciate your company, and your abilities would be very useful without a doubt. I've uploaded a few notes on your tablet. You should take a look at them. Castle Neuschwanstein. Facts. Foundation, 1869. Built on the ruins of two medieval castles, Vorder Hohenschwangau and Hinter Hohenschwangau, near the town of Fussen, South Bavaria. The construction was initiated and financed by Ludwig II, King of Bavaria. Never completely finished, because Ludwig was deposed in 1886, then probably killed. Maintained by the Bavarian Department of State-owned Palaces, Gardens and Lakes. Ludwig II, Otto Frederick Wilhelm, 1845 to 1886, King of Bavaria, 1864 to 1886, son of Crown Prince Maximilian and Crown Princess Marie. Ludwig built several fantastic castles, such as Neuschwanstein, Herrenchiemsee, and Linderhof, which later brought him the nickname the Fairy Tale King. The reclusive king piled up a huge amount of debt to finance his construction projects. That is one reason why he was deposed by his own government in the end, by declaring him insane. In 1886, Ludwig died in mysterious circumstances, after apparently drowning in Lake Starnberg. Castle Neuschwanstein. Facts. Foundation, 1869. Built on the ruins of two medieval castles, Vorder Hohenschwangau and Hinter Hohen.
It's over. This trip was more than I bargained for. All I need now is to get some sleep and recover from all this runaround. But let's meet here tomorrow and get a closer look at that construction site. There's more to do. Good night, Professor.
Call me Wolfgang. Good night.
Aha, the reporter, the writer, on the search for the truth. Then listen carefully and remember the words I am about to say.
You know me. Incredible. And who are you?
Oh, they're talking about you in and around the castle. They say an inquisitive guest has arrived. I am merely a simple Benedictine brother. I keep the secrets and reveal the hidden. They say there are restoration and renovation works going on. I say they are destroying and demolishing.
Good man, you're speaking in riddles.
Open your eyes, writer. Look at the tools, the equipment, count the rocks. The workers enter the mountain and create mountains. Mountains full of rubble and debris. And what is the stone mill for that grinds up everything? Sacrilege. It's a crime.
Stone mill? Are you talking about the big shredder on the building site?
Look at the small things, writer, and you will find the big picture. Look at the small things. I must go. May God be with you.
Good morning, Sarah. I see that you have already made contact with our strange monk. What did he want?
He seems to be suspicious of the ongoing works on the building site, and he's not wrong there. Why is there so much rubble and rock lying around? You could conclude that the castle is being torn down.
Indeed, this is rather unusual.
We really need to collect some rock samples and investigate the shredder.
You should talk to Beatrix before running around on the building site without permission.
Well, fair enough. Yesterday I got acquainted with the renowned criminologist Professor Adler. He seemed to be a bit confused, but nevertheless very capable. We agreed to investigate the castle together. After all, he is a well-respected expert on Neuschwanstein. The castle's castellan, Beatrix, provided me with a room inside the castle.
What sort of stories are these? The castle is being torn down? Are you being serious? What makes you believe this? Professor, say something.
Our journalist has spoken to Brother Emmanuel?
With the mad monk? Dear God. Brother Emmanuel has lost the plot. He urgently needs psychiatric help. Don't take his chatter at face value. This man should not be the source for serious reporting, believe me.
But you can't deny that there is a large amount of rubble and debris piled up.
These are trifles with which I do not concern myself. Go and take a look around the building site if you wish, and talk to Francetti. He's the one who is responsible. Professor, please be so kind as to report back to me as soon as possible. I need to take care of other important things.
But of course, my dear.
I don't care where Beatrix sent you. Don't get in the way and don't distract my men from doing their work.
Maybe I introduced myself.
Not necessary. We all know who you are and we know the professor only too well. Now leave me alone. I'm stressed out.
No one really looks like they're very busy.
Save yourself your sarcasm. The shredder is knackered and we're making no progress. I have to go into town now to get some spare parts. Don't touch anything while I'm gone.
What exactly are you restoring here?
Ask the Castellan if you have any further questions. Capito? I don't have time for this kind of circus. Ciao.
These rocks certainly don't belong in the castle's facade. I'll bet my pension on this.
It's going to be difficult to prove.
Why? We scan it and send it for analysis.
Oh yeah? And how's that going to work? We're going to drive to the Technical University in Munich?
What do you think is in my big trailer? A whirlpool?
Seriously? I have no idea.
Then hold your breath and follow me to Dr. Adler's mobile laboratory of unlimited possibilities.
May 1880. We have read about a device that can record sound. It's called phonograph. Thereupon we ordered our Chamberlain to provide us with such a device. We are considering investing in this Thomas Edison.
Actually, the lab is still under construction. There are financial constraints that are difficult to overcome. Can you imagine how much this high-tech stuff costs? It devours enormous sums. At least the 3D scanner's ready for use.
Maybe I can collect a few donations for you. But anyway, let's turn on that scanner.
In a jiffy. Now where on earth's the manual? Yesterday it was lying on the table over there. Hang on, I'll soon find it.
Professor, calm down. Take a seat over there and don't move. I'll find the manual in this mess.
Sarah, our employer has given me a letter to hand to you. I have sent it to the castle's administration via express courier service, and it should have arrived by now. It may contain important information, so it's best if you go there directly. Good luck, Billings.
Dear Ms. Minner, thank you for offering your help with my research. The enclosed rock samples need to be examined by your geologists. We need to know whether they could originate from the castle itself or the rocks underneath. Kind regards, Sarah Hamilton.
Sarah.
My dear Professor, you were going to report back to me. What is happening on the building site?
I know, but we are still working on it.
Yes, okay, but don't test my patience too much.
Has there been a delivery for me?
But of course, my dear. How could I have forgotten? Here, I believe it's this letter.
Sarah, I have further information for you. Our client has sent me a message. See below. Furthermore, he talked about the fantastic innovations which Ludwig had ordered to be built. He mentioned the kitchen particularly often. You should take a closer look at it without attracting attention. Billings. Find it, and you will have your story.
May we take a look around the kitchen?
I am deeply sorry, but the kitchen is momentarily inaccessible. Strict instructions from the top. No exceptions.
But why?
I don't question my supervisor's orders. I follow them. This is called discipline and loyalty, my dear. Nowadays, these virtues seem to have been forgotten. And now, please excuse me. I have things to do.
What is wrong with her? She has always been friendly to me.
So much for solidarity.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I remember reading a book which mentions a secret passage to the kitchen. I just don't know exactly where this passage should begin.
Sarah, I have further information for you.
Ludwig II. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. The king ordered this passage to be built to have access to food whenever he felt like it. Very handy.
And we've already seen these carvings in the bedroom. I think we should continue our search there. Maybe from there you can access the kitchen.
But we also need to go back to the building site. If my experience is anything to go by, the workers are going to take a lunch break soon. I'd like to report back to Beatrix.
But of course, we're going to make the old dear very happy. Impossible.
May 1880. We have read about a device that can 5th of May 1875. Another astonishing wonder of technology has revealed itself to us. It's necessary that we pay more attention to these technical possibilities of preserving moments for eternity. The ensuing ages shouldn't only learn about our deeds, but they should be able to see them. 5th of June, 1868.
Sarah, I have further information for you.
Not like that.
So, if I understand this correctly, the completed map leads to a vault underneath the castle.
Yes, I agree with you.
Do you know what this means? This would be the greatest sensation in the past 200 years of German history. We would become famous. This information is priceless.
Calm down, Professor. First we need to find the other parts of the map. Once we've found them, we can celebrate. And no word to Beatrix. No word to anybody.
I am as silent as the grave.
Yesterday I got acquainted with the renowned criminologist Professor Adler. Billings sent me to Neuschwanstein. The building is impossible. Impossible. Not like that. Impossible.
The writer and the scholar. Are you still searching? Still hunting? But be aware of the man from the south and his henchmen. They are protecting the way into the depths, but I can help find the way.
How?
The writer and the scholar should be here this time tomorrow. Then I will give them proof that exposes the man from the south, to reveal the big conspiracy, to open the curtains of truth. Go in peace. May God be with you.
Dear Miss Hamilton, our geological department has analyzed the sample. The rock specimen definitely did not originate from either the castle or the rock stratum underneath. Due to the pressure that has been placed on these rocks, we can ascertain that the specimen derives from at least 10 meters below ground level. I hope this information is of use to you. Kind regards, Elizabeth Minner, Archive, Historical Museum, Munich.
Impossible.